Tonight, more than 100 people came together to honor a mother of 5 who was shot and killed in her own home in southeast Atlanta. A suspect has been arrested and the victim's family wants justice. As Fox 5's Rob DiRienzo reports, the community says there is now a big hole in their hearts.
33-year-old Shamir Poole lost her life in this apartment building earlier this week. Well, tonight, hundreds of members of the community came together to pay their respects to the mother of 5.
She was humble. She was humble.
The grief is still so fresh for family and friends of Shamir Poole. On Saturday evening, hundreds of balloons flew in the air over the home where she lost her life on Thomasville Boulevard.
Everything. She was peaceful, she was beautiful, she was cheese. She didn't like that since she was a little girl. She'll take in anybody. If she cook, you can eat.
Neighbors described Poole as someone who cared for everyone in the community. Her 14-year-old daughter said she served as a mother figure to kids that weren't even hers.
My mama really took care of everybody's kids out here. They always come to her house when they parents out here. So,
like, if they say they hungry, she ain't worried about the parents. She just fed their kids.
Police say Poole lost her life in her own home at the hands of 43-year-old Andrea Rivers on Tuesday morning. Investigators said Rivers shot the mother of 5, her brother, and a third person during a domestic dispute. Her brother and the third victim survived. Poole did not. Rivers was taken into custody, but Poole's mother said she won't rest until she gets justice.
I want her locked up. You know, she only had one child. My baby had 5. She took my daughter's life away from her.
At last check, the suspect was still in the Fulton County Jail without bond. The children, ages 5, 7, 13, 14, and 16, now have to grow up without a mother. In Southeast Atlanta, Rob DiRienzo, Fox 5 News.
Tonight, a father could now face serious charges after his toddler picks up a gun and accidentally shot the mother, killing her during a Zoom call.
Fox 35's Dave Puglisi joins us live tonight with the details on this story. Dave.
Luann, it was a scary incident, but unfortunately, it was one that could have been avoided. Now, police are trying to get out the message in order to prevent another tragedy like this from ever happening.
I was really shocked because it happened like right here in Orlando, and I live right around the corner.
A young mother killed on a Zoom call after her child got a hold of a loaded handgun and shot her. It's what brought Romaine Gale out to Altamont Springs PD to get a gun lock for himself.
Just in case my 2-year-old tried to pick my weapon up when it's at home by the bed or anything.
Police say the gun that was used to shoot and kill 21-year-old Shemaya Lynn was owned by her boyfriend. The gun wasn't properly secured, which helped it fall into the hands of a toddler.
So it really doesn't take that much to actually pull a trigger on a handgun.
Officer Rob Ruiz says it could take as little as 5 pounds of force to fire a handgun. He says to have your guns locked in a safe and make sure the keys or codes are hidden. If you don't have a safe, use a gun lock. Most importantly, police say to talk with your kids.
You know, these are not guns that are seen in video games. This is not a Nerf gun. You know, you can harm somebody. And knowing that if they ever did come across it, I feel confident that they would do the right thing and not touch it.
You can get one of those gun locks here for free at Altamont Springs PD. They're easy to use and could save a life. In Altamont Springs, Dave Puglisi, Fox 35 News.
Heartbreaking crime. A young mother and her 2-year-old child murdered.
The brutal crime involved a family that recently left Atlanta and moved to Arizona. Fox 5's Kevin Stewart is live from Hartsfield-Jackson Airport tonight, where the family is getting on a plane to bring their loved ones' bodies home. Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. And you know, the family, the 2 victims, were pretty much in Arizona all by themselves, and now members of their family have arrived here at the airport to catch a flight to Yuma, Arizona, where they hope to get some answers.
Sudden loss.
I just want to know why.
No.
Tamisha Sadler cannot believe what happened to her oldest daughter, 25-year-old Tamisha Wilder, and her 2-year-old grandchild, Roy Jr., according to Yuma, Arizona police, beaten to death by Trayvon Wilhite.
I said, what? I said, I don't get it. I just talked to Tamisha yesterday.
She recalls how she found out on Facebook.
On Facebook from an unknown person. I didn't know them personally. And they just said that her boyfriend killed her and the baby.
This is the scene Tuesday. In fact, we're told police thought they were being called to a suicide.
So our officers went to the scene, located him. A few moments later, they wound up locating the deceased subjects. He was taken into custody, and the investigation continued from there.
Wilder and her son moved to Yuma back in November, and family doesn't know much about this man. Police are still digging into his past.
He was a former Marine. I'm not sure what his service record was.
Now, as the family goes through pictures reflecting of better times, Sadler knows she must do what no parent plans to do: bury her child and grandchild.
She was beautiful. If you just had a chance to meet her.
All right, we're back out live. I want to let you take a look at this GoFundMe page. It's been set up for the family. It's you can go to GoFundMe, Tamisha and Roy Jr. fundraiser. You can find it there. They've already got $1,875. The family's trying to raise money because they're trying to bring the bodies home and bury them. So if you'd like to help, just check out that GoFundMe page. Reporting live from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport, Kevin Stewart, Fox 5 News.
Developing now, a mother shot and killed at her home, ambushed by a gunman. The shooter firing nearly 50 shots. Now investigators are looking for the person who did it. It happened on Apple Tree Hill Lane and Barker's Forest Lane in West Harris County. KPRC2's Jacob Rascone is joining us live from the scene. And Jacob, investigators are still piecing together why this happened.
Yeah, Felicia Duncan leaves behind many family and friends, including her parents, her 11-year-old son. It was here where she was on her way home from work, had just pulled into the driveway when police say someone opened fire. The moment Felicia Duncan pulled into the driveway, the gunman opened fire again and again and again.
And as you can see, it ended up bad.
Timothy Richard knew Felicia better than most.
That was my best friend, the mother of my child. We have one kid, she had one child.
The 31-year-old mother mourned today outside her home on Apple Tree Hill in Katy by many family and friends, all asking why.
The only suspect information we have at this point is a dark colored vehicle pulled up, got out, and shot approximately 50 rounds at her.
Felicia had just arrived home from work in downtown Houston. It's not yet clear, investigators say, if the SUV followed her home or was waiting for her there, or if the shooting was random. In addition to wondering why someone would do such a thing, friends and family worry about her 11-year-old son.
How he's gonna live with this for the rest of his life. We was finishing up school clothes and getting ready for school, and we were supposed to finish up this week.
Investigators say the shooting itself was captured by neighbor surveillance camera footage, and it shows, as they said, that dark-colored SUV here opened fire and then taking off. Of course, if you have any information about this case, please contact police immediately. Live here in Katy, I'm Jacob Rascone, KPRC 2 News.